Hi, my name's Dean, and I'm here to talk to you about this year. Many people have considered this whole year as a big challenge and some a waste of time, and I was one of those that was really worried because we were in Thailand after 36 years of mission work. We got married here way back in 1981, went to seminary, came back, was on staff for a year, then we went overseas. We spent our entire married life raising kids overseas and seeing churches planted and leadership developed, and we were doing a ministry in southern Thailand with the Jawi people, the Muslims there, and we're just getting started, and then the pandemic hit, and we weren't even wearing masks yet, and the hospitals were full in our province from people leaving the country, young men leaving the country through Malaysia and going over to Iran and Pakistan and coming back, and these are radical Muslim culture conferences. They came back in January and February and infected entire villages. And we work with a bunch of business leaders and community leaders as well as doctors in the hospital. One of them's in charge of the pandemic. And she came to our house one afternoon on a Tuesday, and she said, "You guys need to leave." We said, "Wait, hold on." And we talked to her for a few minutes, and they said, "Our hospitals are full, we don't have any ventilators, and we've decided today, or the day before, that we're not going to treat anyone over 60 years old." Well, Ada and I are 63, turning 64, so Ada turned to me and said, "Overholt, you got 4 hours to pack." And I said, "Okay." So we had no plans, but we just packed our bags, and then we did a 2-day trip up to Bangkok. Our flights were canceled. We asked for prayer. Someone from the church, amazing, Mike True, sent me an email saying there's a couple of seats left on All Nippon Airways, which I hadn't seen online. I've been looking. So we called them and got the last 2 seats maybe and got out of Thailand. And it was end of March. It was very cold. It was beginning of April, very cold. And the mission house was available right across the street, so we just come marching in there about midnight. And we had a 21 deer welcoming committee in our backyard. That was very interesting. But we came in thinking, okay, 2 weeks of quarantine, and then what? Then what? And it's been the greatest year for us, both spiritually, our walks with the Lord, our marriage has just flourished. I mean, I've got to do a lot of stuff I've always wanted to do, but we can't get back to Thailand, and we still can't get back. And Pakistan's now closed. Well, I've been going to Pakistan quite often. And Burma, I've been going there every year for about 25 years. Their revolution as well as pandemic. Philippines is closed. The places I go and travel from Thailand are all closed. So we decided, we made an executive decision, Ada and I, about January, that we're just going to spend the next 2 years here at Hershey. And that was a good decision. That was a tough decision to make. We couldn't see what was going to happen with the pandemic, but now it's gotten much worse, and things are cloudier because there's no vaccines over there. And my trip to Pakistan was canceled in May. I was going to go train workers over there. Probably won't get rescheduled till September at the very earliest because their numbers are shooting way up. So what do you do when you're a missionary called to plant churches in another country and you speak several languages already? When you're stuck here? Well, we are faithful and loyal to this church. You've supported us 25% of our support for the last 36 years, almost 40 years, because we were 2 years with Campus Crusade before that. And so we came back and just plugged in here, and we are loving it. We're really happy and using all of our gifts and settling in. And I've been able to help a church that was without a pastor for a while, preaching on Sundays, and help with the men's ministry, help with the junior high boys. I'm doing visitation now. And Ada's doing a lot of women's ministries and Alpha and some other things. So we're here. You'll see a lot of us the next year or so. And it's a great story. God has used this in a great way in our lives, and we're happy to be here with you.